And I think everybody's muted, but just to double check. All right, right on. So what are we doing? It's what am I doing here? Oh, here I am. Where is my box on the screen? There I am. Okay, so happy Easter if you celebrate. Happy Ascension if you celebrate, and thank you for making the time in your schedule and your holiday weekend to join me and the others on the screen for practice this morning. I want to do a little just a note out of the gate. I'm still trying to work my way through the microphone situation. If my ear pods, buds, whatever these are called, get goofy, Maxine's going to let me know in the chat box. And then if that happens, I'll just rip them out and we'll just go live and, hear all the things. But this hopefully will keep the background noise if Lily barks, etc. But anyway, so we'll see how it goes. And thank you for bearing with me these past few weeks while I continue to troubleshoot and figure out what's happening. Now, today, we are still in kapha season. We're going to get a little Ayurveda 101 here. And kapha corresponds with the earth and water elements. And so in order to balance what's heavy, damp, and static, like earth, mud, clay, in order to bring balance to that, we want to bring some emphasis into the air and the space elements, right? So vata, more or less, vata will balance kapha. I mean, that's kind of it's very generalizing, but the qualities of air and space are quite opposite from the qualities of earth and water. So today's practice, no props are needed. As you can see, I'm not in my natural environment today, not my natural habitat. A little goofy. I've had a cup of coffee, which is unusual. So anyway, no props are needed, and we're just going to go through a breezy flow, lots of emphasis in the upper body, okay? Lots of low lunging. If you ever want to put your back knee down, go for it. Everybody on the screen practices regularly in some form or another, so you know the modifications that will suit your body, your challenges, your current, aches or pains or discomfort. So you do you. Let's begin seated in a seated shape that works for you. You can sit on your knees. You can sit cross-legged, of course. You can get up onto a chair. I don't care. Sounds great. So let's begin on our tush, on our bum. Once you get into your seated shape, then I'm going to have you bring your two peace fingers to the floor, out to the sides of your hips. And line up your posture. Let's go from the external to the internal. So lining up posturally, checking in with the Annamaya kosha, the external sheath of the body. And you know how that goes, checking in from the ground up. Sitting bones balanced. Spine lifting upward. Shoulders aligned over your hips. Ears hovering above your shoulders. Maybe even drawing the sides of your neck, the sides of your throat back slightly, lengthening your cervical spine. And that might invite your chin to drop. It's really subtle. So separate your bottom teeth from your top teeth, making a bit more space in your mouth and the oral cavity. So if it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, go for it. We'll take a step inward from the external. Now dropping into our breath body, the pranamaya kosha. And without manipulating anything or changing anything at this point, simply inhaling, exhaling, and observing the quality, the rhythm, and the rate of your breath. Noticing any challenges or obstructions or any compromise in the airway, maybe due to past cold or where Delinda is, surrounded by fires and smoke. Delinda and Karen, maybe allergy season has your airway just a little hijacked. And just notice, make some intention of how you'll use your breath through the practice in a way that doesn't further aggravate or compromise your airway, but that brings you as much prana as possible. And from the breath body, one more step internally into the manomaya kosha, the mind body. So just taking a little check-in upstairs, checking in with the weather of the mind. Notice if it's turbulent or calm, cloudy or clear. Bright or dull. Great. Check one more time into your posture, please. Going back to square one. And bring your hands to your heart. Good. If you'd like to open your eyes now, you can. 3 breaths. I want you to spread your fingers wide so we get as much sense for air moving around our body as possible. As you inhale, sweep your arms out and up like you're lifting air. And as you exhale, rotate your palms down and float your arms down to your sides. Great. Twice more. As your lungs expand and the ribs expand, the arms float up along with that movement, and then exhaling like you're moving through water, pressing the air down as you bring your arms to your sides. One more time. Inhale. Stay rooted through your sitting bones, connected to the earth element, and exhale. Good. We're going to move into what I call the spinal quick lube. As you breathe in, sweep your arms up again. And this time, as you exhale, we're going to side bend over to the left. So left fingertips to the floor. Reach your right arm over your right ear. Good. And then coming upright as you inhale. And again, wide fingers pushing the air up as you come up. And then exhale, side bending to the right. Yeah, great. Beautiful. 2 more times, please. Inhaling, just floating. The lower body stays static and connected to that kapha energy, and the upper body is starting to wake up to the vata energy, all the movement, the space, the expansion. Good. Over to the right. Great. Last time. Yeah. Broadening through your right ribs. Good. And then inhaling up and over to the right. And stretching open your left ribs like a big yawn through those intercostal muscles. Now this time when you come upright, both arms up, I'm going to have you twist to the left. Your right fingertips, or left fingertips, sorry, can come to the floor behind you. Your right hand can come to your left knee. Yeah, and then on the inhalation, you'll reach up as you unwind your spine. And then you'll twist to the right as you exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Up, getting light, getting buoyant. And then exhaling, keeping that altitude through your sternum as you turn from side to side. Good. Last one. Mhm. Good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, taking your time. When you finish up, bring your hands down to your heart. And I'm going to have you bring your fingertips to the floor behind you. Draw your elbows towards one another and pull your shoulder blades down your back. And then rather than thinking, I got to do a back bend, I want you to think sternum up, sternum up, sternum up, sternum up. And then your head can tip back only if your neck is good with it. Good. Elbows coming in, sternum lifting up. Good. Open your mouth. Blah. Pull your chin forward like an underbite. Good. And then square your jaw. Bring your chin down. Release your hands from behind you. Excellent. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position, change the cross of your legs. Just a couple things I want to do still sitting. Bringing some space into our joints. Mukunda Stiles, who's no longer on this planet, has an excellent book called Structural Yoga Therapy. And in it, he has what he calls the joint freeing series. And I love it. I always take bits and pieces of it. Great book for the teachers to have as a reference if you don't have it already. So I want you to bring your hands together and just gently clasp your fingers together. You're going to make figure 8 with your wrist. This is one of the classics. Really like this one. Just a loose grip with your fingers. And then go the other direction. You might hear some snap, crackle, popping. All right, and then hit the pause button, change the interlace of your fingers, and here we go again, figure 8. Nice. And how about the other way? Like patting your head and rubbing your belly. Beautiful. Good, and release your hand. Now I'm going to have you take your left thumb into the crease of your right wrist. Stretch your arm forward and then press your hand down over your thumb. Right, that makes sense? Good. Great, and then let go and bring your, do the other side. Thumb into the crease of the wrist and then gently fold your hand over your thumb. Mm-hmm. Great, good. Bring your palms together. Slide your hands down, keeping the base of your palms together. And spin your fingertips to your chest, pressing firmly through the base of your palms and the base of your index finger. Notice that that got light. Now spin your fingertips down towards the floor. And here's the tricky part. I'm going to have you lift your hands up, but keep your shoulders down. That was nice, Catherine. Good. Shoulders down, hands up. Beautiful. Bring your fingertips up towards your chin once more. Good. And then release your hands. Let's come onto all fours. Great. So just a couple more little wrist and shoulder preps before we dive into downward dog. So with your hands to the floor, arms are straight. As you breathe in, draw your scapula towards your spine. You know this one. And as you breathe out, draw your scapula away from your spine, rounding just your upper back, isolating this movement, really just in the gliding action of the scapula. Squeezing into the spine on the inhale, arms stay straight, and then pulling out away from the spine on the exhale. Yeah, it's a little different from a cat-cow. A bit different, actually. Good. Just in the upper body. Hi, puppers. Excellent. And then I'm going to have you from here come to neutral. And if you haven't already, spin your hand so that your index fingers are aiming towards the top of your sticky mat. Good. And the other fingers are splaying out. Now, again, with arms straight, what you're going to do is peel just your wrists and your palms up off the floor, keeping your fingers down at the knuckle base. Okay. Arms stay straight. Peel away the palm like you're raising your wrist. Not like you're raising your wrist, you actually are raising your wrist. Fantastic. All right, let's drop into child's pose. Get off the hands and shoulders for a few breaths. You can roll your wrists around, wiggle your fingers around. Mm-hmm. All right, come back onto your hands and your knees, please. And let's prepare for liftoff, downward facing dog. So setting yourself up, setting up your body in the way that is appropriate for you to access the shape, tucking toes, finding your way into the pose on the exhale, as it is a forward bend. Good, hips up, ears are in line with your arms. Good, and then from here, we're gonna stay in dog for just a little bit. I want you to spin your heels over to the left. Pause, hike your right hip up, exploring a little more length and expansion and spaciousness through your right rib. Excellent. Now, how about going over to the other side? Spin your heels to the right. Good. Now, anchor down through the outer edge of your left foot. Yeah, and hike that left hip up. Mm-hmm. Good. And then come back to center, and anything goes for about 20 seconds. You want to take your heels from side to side again, or bend knees one at a time. All right. Okay. Let's get ready to move our bodies either in downward dog. You can also do this from hands and knees shape. I want you to breathe in and float your right heel up. Find a little bit of the air element through your right foot, right leg, right toes. Spread your toes. Good. And then on an exhalation, whenever the next one occurs for you, come forward to staff and plant your right foot just in front of your right hand. So take as many steps as you want, bringing your right foot to the top of your sticky mat. Good. And so what's going to happen from here is back knee is elevated off the floor. As we inhale, the elbows are bent. I want you to float your elbows up to the sides and drop your back knee towards the mat. Not quite all the way there. And as you exhale, straighten your back leg and bring your elbows to your sides again. And then inhale, drop into your back knee, almost to the floor, float your elbows out. And exhale, draw your elbows to your ribs. Great, one more time. Inhale, sink your pelvis as you lift your arms. And exhale, good, 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 good. Elbows down. Now let's fly our way into warrior two. Spin your back heel down. Take your arms out to the sides. Take as much time as you want to align yourself. Check in with your shape. Good. Now, from warrior two, as you breathe in, straighten your front leg and take your arms up overhead. Spread your fingers. And as you breathe out, palms down, bend into your right knee and find the pose. Good. Twice more. Inhale, palms up, lift the air. And exhale, bend the knee, find the shape. Beautiful. One more time, nice and slow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Virabhadrasana 2. Excellent. Good. From here, I'm going to have you straighten your right leg, bring your arms up overhead, and spin your right toes in. So take a look and see that your heels are equal distance from the back of your sticky mat. Good. From here, we're going to come into goddess pose. So your toes are going to flip out slightly. Bring your hands to your knees. Great. And we're twisting our goddess. As you inhale, lift your sternum. When you exhale, drop your left shoulder and look over your right. Come back to center as you breathe in. Keep your knees bent and your hips low. Drop your right shoulder and look over your left. You got it. 2 more times. Inhale to center. Exhale, sink. Breathe in, lifting your sternum away from your pelvis, but keeping your sitting bones low. Exhale. Go one more time. From side to side. Beautiful. When you've completed your last one, I want you to stay low in your hips, sweep your arms up. Big breath in. When you exhale, find your way to warrior two again. So straightening your legs, arms out to the sides, turn your right toes forward, and then establish yourself in the pose. All right, nice, good. Once you're established, breathing in, both arms up, right leg straight. As you breathe out, side angle pose. Right elbow to right knee, left arm over left ear. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in, straighten your right leg, both arms up. Breathing out, right elbow to right knee, left arm over left ear. Good. Beautiful. Once more. Straighten your legs, arms up. Now, pause here. I want you to stay here. Reach up, maybe lean to the left a little. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Good. One more deep breath. And then find your way into side angle pose. Right elbow to right knee. Very nice. We're going to make 3 big sweeping circles with our left arm. Up and over. Go slow. I want you to feel the air between your fingers. Feel the air caress the webbing of your fingers. After your 3rd time, you'll land in the shape. Side angle pose, Parsva Konasana, and let's stay there for 3 breaths. Roll your left shoulder back just a little. That's it, Maxine. Great. Good. Good. Pull your sternum away from your belly, everyone. Find space through the front body, the anterior spine. Excellent. Hands to the floor. Woo. Lift your back heel up. Take your time, stepping back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now we're just going to take a little moment in this rest area. So maybe that's downward dog, maybe that's child's pose, maybe it's on your hands and knees with a little couple of cat cows. All righty. Left side ready for some action? Let's do it. That was my best tone, Logue. Let's do it. Breathing in from, let's go to downward dog first, everyone. And then breathing in, left leg up. Catherine's already there. Left leg up. Get some air between your toes. And then step forward, left foot climbs its way up to your left hand. All right, here we go again. Elbows bent. Draw your elbows into your wrists, kind of like you're squeezing an accordion. And then as you inhale, float your elbows up as you sink your right knee down. Oh, yeah. And then exhale, squeeze your accordion ribs. Inhale, float up. So you got to stay tall and light through your upper body as your lower body sinks. Good. Let's go one more time. Inhale, float your arms out. Sink. Good. And then exhale. Straighten your back leg, returning to that lunge. Find your way to warrior two. Spinning your right heel down. Good. Left knee is bent. And here we go. Little Vera 2 flow. Breathing in, left leg straight, arms up. Then turn your palms down, breathing out. Find the pose. Twice more. Reach up. Keep that height in your sternum as you exhale and find the shape. Good. Uno más, por favor. Inhale. Track that left knee over your left middle toes. Exhale. Warrior two. Beautiful. What happens next? Oh, we're going to straighten the left leg. Bring your arms up. Turn your left toes in. Here we go for goddess pose. Ready? Hands to your knees. All right. And then we're going to dip. Twisty, twisty, happy, happy. Right shoulder down. And then left shoulder down. Make it sultry. Shaky, shaky. Twisty, twisty. Happy, happy. No more coffee. One more time. All right. Take your time. After you have gone through 3 rounds of this twisty, twisty goddess action, you're going to straighten your legs, bring your arms up, and find your way to warrior two, just to track where we are, get our lower body lined up. And then breathing in, straighten your left leg, both arms up. Good. Side angle pose comes next. Left elbow to left knee, right arm over right ear. Good. Straighten the left leg, both arms up. Exhale, left elbow, left knee, right arm over right ear. Good. Last one. Straighten the leg, both arms up. Now stay here. Good. Both legs are straight. I want you to plant down through your left big toe and arch back to the right. Really bust open those left ribs. Reach back, take it back, reach back. And then we can find side angle pose. Left elbow to left knee as you bend your knee. 3 big sweeping circles with your right arm. Feel your ribs move with this action. So it's not just the ball and socket joint, but the entire right half of your torso participates in this circular motion. After 3 times, land the shape in the way that feels most appropriate and right in your body. And let's stay here for 3 breaths. Left elbow to left knee, right arm over right ear. There it is. Good. Scratch your head. Okay, great, good. Take your head back just a little bit. Line up ears with your shoulders. Beautiful. And then both hands to the floor. Come up onto the ball of your back foot and step back into downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a little respite. Well done. Okay, from wherever you are, I want you to come forward to staff and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Sorry, so staff is plank. Staff and plank. Yeah, sorry. A little lingo action there. Yeah, come forward to plank, lower yourself down to the floor, on or off your knees. Great. And then I'm going to have you do what I think some teachers call gecko. I don't know. Are there geckos in the Himalayas? Maybe. I want you to bring your fingertips out off of your mat to the floor. Your elbows are bent and reaching to the ceiling. Fingertips out onto the floor, elbows bent, reaching to the ceiling. Good. Now, lightly pressing into your fingertips, inhale and peel your head, shoulders, and chest up off the floor. And as you exhale, bring your chest, head back down. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Breathing in, slowly peel up, very light on those fingertips. Yeah, and exhale back down. Great. Last one, peel up as you breathe in. Now listen, keep your fingertips to the floor. I'm going to have you dip your right shoulder down to the mat and look to the left. And then come back to center. Dip your left shoulder down towards the mat, look to the right. And come back to center. So let's do that 2 more times. So this is familiar to you. It's very much like our twisted goddess or twisted temple. So just dipping from side to side, slowly turning head and neck. Nice. Whenever you get to your 3rd round, you will just come to rest with your forehead to the floor. Bring your hands behind your back and clasp your fingers together. And then as you're ready, inhale and lift as much of your body off the mat as you can. Draw your knuckles to your heels. Drawing those rhomboids in, engaging, contracting. The rhomboids do the work of bringing your scapula, your shoulder blades to your spine. Good. And then slowly release down to the floor. Turn your head to the right. Release your hands. Drape your arms wherever it's comfortable for you. Turn your head to the left. Forehead to the floor, please. And then making whatever transition, whatever detour, whatever path you want, find your way to downward dog. We're going to do 1 more standing flow. And then we're going to call it a day and come to the floor. All right. We're going to repeat much of what we've just done in the previous standing pose, a few little tweaks here and there, and we're going to add a balancing. All right. It's going to be great fun. All right. Here we go. As you breathe in, take your right leg up. Feel the air element between your toes. Get some space up there. Get your heel up into space. Step forward as you exhale with as many steps as you'd like. Good. Now, so the first time around, we did the elbows to the ribs and we brought them out. This time I'm going to have you bring your elbows forward. And as you inhale, drop that back knee and take your elbows back. Even look up if you want to challenge your balance. Good. And then exhale, straighten your back leg, bring your elbows together out front. Here we go again. Inhale, open your arms, open your elbows, sweep them back as you dip into your back knee, and exhale, close. Good. One more time. Remember, you can be on your back knee and just do your upper body. Inhale, open, open, open. Beam your heart up to the ceiling. And exhale, close. Warrior two comes next. Take your time. Bring your left heel down, arms out to the sides. And here we go. Inhaling, arms up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your knee, arms out to the sides. Twice more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knee, arms out to the side. Feel the air between your fingertips. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Whoa, what happened? And exhale. Warrior two. Kick your arms up, straighten leg. To your waist, find goddess pose. Bending your knee. Next, front and this time. As you breathe, sweep your arms up, lower your hips. And as you breathe out, bring your arms down. Once more, take your arms up. Now identify your right arm. I'm going to have you bring your right up to your left, coming into eagle arms or Garuda arms. So let's stay here. 3 breaths. Drop into those hips. Great. As you up your arms up and find your way to warrior two, right knee bend. Here, arm down, warrior. Side angle pose, please. Right knee.
You're breaking up again.
Okay, thanks. So everybody hit side angle pose. Get out of me.
Okay, great. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, terrific. You're like, get me out of this pose for the love of God. Okay, so here we go. Now from here, fingertips to the floor on either side of your right foot. Here's the fun part. Come up onto the ball of your back foot. Inhale, look ahead, look out beyond the front of your sticky mat. And as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Take your left leg up behind you. Good. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, you're going to bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and tap your left knee into the crease of your right knee. So it's almost like you're kind of twisting your knees together, or well, one knee behind the other, really. Inhale, straighten both legs. Take your left leg up. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your left knee to tap into the back. Good, you got it. Good. It's called Jiva squat. Let's go one more time. Inhale, straighten both legs. Shoot that left leg up. And then bend your right knee a little. Hug your left knee into the right knee crease. Good. And then inhale, straighten both legs. Woo! Take your left toes to the floor behind you and step back to downward facing dog. Well done. Good times. All right. Okay, let's make our way into the left side, and then we can call the standing pose sequence done. Breathing in, float your left leg up high into the air and space elements, stepping forward with as many steps as you'd like to bring your left foot forward. And now arms out front, elbows bent. As you breathe in, you sink your lower body, but you open your upper body. Good, and then exhale, come back. Twice more. Inhale, get wide and broad through your ribs and your sternum. And exhale, close, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the air out. One more time. Sink as you breathe in, but open. Maybe take your head back. Good. And then exhale, close. Find your way to warrior two. Right heel spins down. All righty, good. As you inhale, both legs straight, arms up. Arms down, bending your left knee, exhaling. 2 more times. Inhale. Tall and strong. Keep that altitude as you exhale and bend your front knee. 1 more time, please. Filling your lungs with prana and exhaling. Good. Arms up, straightening both legs so you can square your left toes in. And then bring your hands to your waist, finding goddess pose or temple pose. And here we go, arms up, breathing in. Arms down, breathing out. Second time, arms go up, find your left hand, left arm, sweep your left elbow under your right elbow for eagle arms or Garuda. Stay low in your hips. Good flexion in your knees. 3 breaths. That was 1. I've been accused of turning 3 breaths into 30. That's 2. You know who you are. And 3. Sink, 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 sink. Good. And then straighten your legs. Unwrap your arms. Come up. Big breath. Turn your left toes forward. And then warrior two. Warrior two just long enough to settle into our feet and our hips. Great. And then I'm going to have you take your arms up, straighten your left leg, reach back, reach back, reach back. And then find side angle pose. Left elbow to left knee, right arm over your right ear. Good. Big reach. Fingertips to the floor on either side of your left foot. Come up onto the ball of your right foot. Here comes our little balancing act. Keep your fingertips to the floor. And when you're ready, inhale, stand up straight and strong on your left leg and float your right leg back behind you. Right leg up, finding the air element. As you exhale, bend your left knee and tuck your right knee in. Just give it a little kiss to the back crease of your left. And then inhale, both legs straight, head bows down. Exhale, hug your right knee into the crease of your left knee. And then inhale, both legs straight. Shoot that right heel up. Good, last one. Exhale, tuck in. And then inhale, take your right foot up into the air. And then toes to the floor behind you. Step back, downward dog. And sweet baby Jesus, it's time for child's pose. Come on down. Wrap your arms around to your sides so your hands are by your ankles or feet. Let your shoulders drop, drape, melt, descend to the floor. Become aware of the beating of your heart. Move your breath into your back ribs. And as your breath finds neutral, and your heart pumps strongly, imagine what it would feel or sound like if you could hear your blood pressure, your blood coursing through veins and arteries. And maybe you can. Great. And slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's transition to having a seat on our bum. With your knees bent and your feet out in front of you. I'm going to give you two options for what's happening next. Door number one is to keep your feet on the floor, just a few inches, maybe 6 or 10 inches in front of your bum. You're going to rock back on your sitting bones just a little bit. Take your arms out over your knees. And as we breathe in, we're going to open the arms out. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring the arms together. The door number two is to bring your feet off the floor, coming into Navasana, right? Either way, you're going to get some action through your core, your psoas. Take 3 times, breathing in, opening, breathing out and closing. Good, you're just on the back edge of your sit bones. It's not quite a crunch. Keep your sternum away from your belly. That's boat pose. So it's like that's your sail. Keep your sail from capsizing. Good. And after your third round, you're simply going to bring your hands to the floor behind you. Bring your feet to the floor if they're not already. And we're going to come into table or reverse tabletop. So you know the drill. Anything goes. However you want to place your hands works for me, whatever works for you. On the inhalation, press into your feet and your hands, hips up, belly up, chest up. Inhale, exhale. Find the 4 corners of your feet. Inhale, exhale. Can you find 4 corners in your palms? Inhale, lift up a little higher, up, 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 up. There it is, Colorado Kathy. Good. And exhale, come on down. Beautiful. Rock onto your back, please, and bring your knees to your chest. Great. Set your feet to the floor in preparation for bridge pose, Setubandha Sarvangasana. So I want you to really take your time establishing your alignment, your feet in line, your heels in line with your sitting bones. Okay, see that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the long edges of your sticky mat. Bring your arms down to your sides, palms down. Draw your right shoulder blade in towards your spine, your left shoulder blade in towards your spine. And then as you're ready, inhale and sweep your tailbone, sacrum, lower back, low ribs up off the floor, coming into bridge. Now at this point, you can bring your hands together under your bum if your shoulders allow for that range of motion this morning. Clasp your fingers together and then press down through your outer hands and your wrists and your arms and your shoulders. Good. Now put some weight into your left foot and take your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Good. Spread your toes. Good. Lift your hips. See that your 2 hip points, the ASIS at the front of your body, are parallel and level. Good. Press down through your shoulders and then set your right foot down. We're going to go right into the other side, pressing the 4 corners of your right foot into the floor. Left leg extend straight up. Find the air and space between your toes. Good. Press down into your right foot, down through your arms. Lift, lift, lift. And then left foot comes down. Change the interlace of your fingers, please. And last call. Arms down, hips up, feet down. Pelvis up, pull your sternum to your chin. Nice. Come on down, please. Slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take your feet wide. Let your knees drop inward and rest against one another. Sweet surrender and release for the sacrum. Toggle your mandible, your lower jaw back and forth a few times. All right. Heel toe your feet towards one another, please. And pull your right knee into your chest. Experiment with how it feels to take your left leg down the length of the mat. And if it feels good to stay there, go for it. Baby. All right, take your right arm out to the right. Let's come into a twist. Glide your right knee across your body to the left. We're going to stay here for a bit. Your right arm can remain straight, or check in with what happens in your shoulder girdle if you bend your right elbow, coming into a cactus shape. Press your right shoulder into the floor, your right scapula into the floor, and your right elbow into the floor. Now, what to do with the head? So I know a lot of people will be tempted, and teachers are tempted to say, okay, turn your head away. You turn your head to the right. I actually enjoy turning my head to the left. And I find that by really anchoring down through my right arm, right shoulder, when I turn my head to the left, I get a nice stretch through the right side of my neck, right? So the scalenes, the SCM, the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So a lot of nice features by turning your head with your knee. So you explore, see what feels good to you. I'm always looking for the easier way that's going to bring me some benefit. Good. We're going to take just a couple more breaths. We're going to stay about 1.5 minutes in this twist on each side. All right. Bring yourself back onto your back, please. Hug your right knee into your chest. Just one more little squeeze, as though you're compressing the ascending colon, the liver, the right kidney. Great. And then set your right foot to the floor. Bring your left knee into your chest. And what happens if you take your right leg down? So long as there is no strain, pain, no good. And take your left arm out to the left. With the help of your right hand, glide your left knee across your body to the right. Good. And then becoming acutely aware of the entirety of your left shoulder girdle, right? Not just the ball and socket, but the entirety of the shoulder girdle. Bend your left elbow and observe how that changes things up a bit. Maybe the sensation, maybe the mechanics, maybe this side is extraordinarily different from the previous side. And turn your head to the right, following your knee. Mm-hmm. Nice. Great. Bring yourself onto your back once more, please. Left knee softly comes in to your belly, compressing the descending colon, your stomach, spleen, left kidney. Good. Bring your right knee in to meet your left knee. And Supta Dandasana, just to kind of bring everything back to the midline, arms down by your sides. Take your heels to the ceiling, straightening your legs. Good. Spread your toes. Again, invite that air element between your toes. And arms can stay at your sides, or sweep your arms overhead to the floor beyond your head. Whatever your space allows, whatever your range of motion allows this morning. Excellent. Good. And then bring your knees to your chest. One at a time, set your feet to the floor. And we're going to come into an early Shavasana, after which we're going to do some breathing exercise. We're going to take about a 7-minute Shavasana. I'll keep track of the time. Take the shape that is suitable for you on this day in time and in your space. Utilizing furniture, props, walls, lawn chairs, whatever you got. And then come on down. Invite your breath to settle into its own shape, its own rhythm. No need to manipulate. And as your breath settles, interestingly, your mind also settles. And we can invite our body to settle as well, dropping our back body into the earth element, into the steadiness, into that steady quality of the floor. While at the same time, front body continues to find lightness and expansiveness. And begin to pull a deeper breath in with each passing respiration, a bit deeper, richer breath and slower breath out. Maybe through your mouth. Invite some movement through your fingers and your toes, beginning to animate your body. Good. Stretch your limbs in whatever direction or shape your space allows. Bending one knee at a time, setting your feet to the floor. Rolling over to your favorite side so that you can slowly, with your head coming up last, rise up to a seated shape that suits you. You can get up onto an ottoman, chair, sofa, side of your bed, or stay on the floor. So for our breathing practice today, we're going to go back and revisit Kapalabhati, right? Often called skull shining breath. And this is the breath in which we emphasize the exhalation. The inhale and the exhale happen through the nose, but we're going to emphasize and pump out the exhale. Bye, Delinda. Y'all have a great day. Happy Easter. So we start with a full breath in, a complete breath out, and then we breathe in again, and then it goes like that. It's like we're trying to blow out a candle with our nose, right? A little weird, but anyway. So if it's new to you and it feels awkward and then just ditch it and don't sweat it. Otherwise, arms down, hands to your lap. We'll get started. Let's everybody exhale whatever you have in your lungs right now. And we'll start together. Breathing in deeply, rich and full from your nose. Exhale all the way. And here we go. Breathing in. We're going to do 25 pumps, okay? Breathing in and go. Exhale whatever's remaining. Take a deep breath in. Woo. Exhale all the way. Round two. We're just going to do it twice. Inhale. 25. Here we go. Exhale whatever remains. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Twice more. Just a deep breath in. And exhale. Stay anchored in your sitting bones to keep from getting lightheaded. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your right hand up to your nose. Thumb and ring finger resting at the bridge of your nose. Breathing in. Seal your right and exhale from your left, breathing out. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Last round. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Bring your hand down. Remain seated for the next minute, eyes closed. You can bring your peace fingers to the floor once again, ending how we began. Tall in your spine, elevated through your sternum, anchored through your sitting bones and your lower limbs. Light and breezy in your heart, bright and easy in your head. Bring your two palms together. Place the base of your thumbs at your forehead. Open mind. Fingertips to your lips. Soft words. And hands to your heart. Kind heart. Thank you so much for joining me and all the others on the screen.